Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. This time with the Mythic Legion's Wasteland Cassia. Everyone knows I've been having a lot of fun with the Mythic Legion stuff as of late. So shout out to the Four Horsemen for that. And shout out to me for getting late into the game like a crazy person. But these figures have been really nice to enjoy, especially because I've been playing a lot of D&D lately. So it's really fun and enjoyable to kind of just add that medieval vibe to it. So it's really been cool to, I don't know, I guess give it a vision. So yeah. Anyway, let's jump into Cassia. Here we have a nice female figure body. And what's really cool about this is it fits the whole barbarian aesthetic. Straight up, it has a, like I said, barbarian vibes. Whereas like you have pieces of the night, you have barbarian cloth, armor that's found from around. And it's that asymmetrical, crazy post vibe. So it's not like it's one of those things where it's a uniformed armor as a knight. It's a person fighting their best in what would be the Wastelands to kind of provide that fighting chance. Kind of like Red Sonja. Think of Red Sonja. That's a good example. Except, again, no uniform costume, just taking armor and parts from people you've slain and just getting on to the next day. So, let's jump into it. The head articulation on this helmet is actually pretty nice because nothing actually touches the body to cause paint rub. And it has a nice bit of range and rotation, as you can see here. The shoulder armor can be taken off. I just leave it on because it looks cool, and I'm going to get into all that stuff in a big second. The arms go up and rotates all the way through. There is no bicep swivel. It rotates at the gauntlet and again at the arm. So you can actually mix and max. It does a 90-degree angle. There's no double joints. So as you can see here, you're going to be making L shapes, which is fine by me, because it still actually gets a lot of it done when you get a lot of range of movement with the head and the upper torso. The upper torso can go left, go right. It can tilt ever so slightly side to side. Oh, actually, tilt a lot more. Sorry about that. So you can actually get a nice, very nice tilt, especially going forward. You have a crazy good ab crunch. The chest area does not get in the way, which is very nice. I'm glad they did that. And you can tilt going backwards as well. So looking up, holding the armor up, things like that, all go pretty well with this. As you can see here, you also get a lower swivel as well. And the lower you cannot tilt left or right. It can just go left and, sorry, it can just swivel left and right, but cannot tilt left and right. Only the upper torso can do that. The legs can go forward and backwards with no problem. And you have a single joint to come down. The arm is going to stop it right here. You do get a nice leg articulation forwards and backwards. And you get an ankle pivot tilt, as well as a circular rotation here. So you can actually still move around pretty far. You also get a thigh cut swivel as well. It is invisible under these parts, but you can actually remove this because these are highly customizable. But as you can see here, there is now a swivel. So yeah. So let's put that back in. Add that loincloth barbarian look. I like this red. I may switch it to blue though. I have some parts for blue. But the main thing about Mythic Legions and things that I love that are very enjoyable with these figures are the customization and the part swapping. So even though I may have Cassia right here like this, I can easily switch it up. And I'm going to show you what she comes with and switch it around a little bit so you guys can see. So let's pose her up. So Cassia actually comes with one of these shoulder armors that you saw here, which is a brown one. It looks like it was taken from a goblin warrior, and another part that was taken from a knight here for the shoulder parts. So if we're looking at this asymmetrical, crazy Almengation look, it's really nice to see it armored up. Just really nice in place. You'll also get a barbarian sword, or this one's an orc sword. So she has an orc's blade. Slides right in with no problem. And then she also gets a dwarven warhammer. Which is, it's actually shown as her main weapon, but I just wanted to have some fun, show some other stuff. But as you can see, she holds up her weapons with no problem. She gets busy in these streets. So, even though we've seen this helmet and its combination, we actually get a bunch of other stuff that I'm actually going to get into. So I'm going to pop this head off. Oop, that actually went flying, but it landed safely. Works out for me. So you actually get 3 of these, not 1, but 3 of these. So you actually can have one hang off and 2 over the shoulders. You can do crisscross, whatever design you want to do. but I have 3 of them here. But for what I really like is you actually get this cloth here that I want to place here. And I want to place a little bit of the armor under it, but whatever. It can sit over. It's not wired, but it is a very nice touch to the figure, especially when you add this extra head, which is the really cool semi-armored head. It leaves the mouth open, but leaves the open on the sides for you to add either the ponytail wrap. So you can add this in, rotate it how you want. Or you can add 1 or 2 of the horns however you feel like. So you can actually add horns as well. And now she's a ferocious warrior. I guess if you leveled her up in any sort of game, this would kind of be her final armor or a mixture of it. And then you get a smaller axe as well. These are the kind of combinations I like with stuff like this, where it's actually like a build your own warrior thing. I've really enjoyed things like this. Like I said, I've been playing D&D, so this is one of those things where I have really gotten to have a lot of fun with. And as you can see, it just looks fantastic. Warriored up. I really like the look of this. Oh, man, visually, I don't know how I'm going to sit down and take these pictures because there's so many combinations. And then right here, for those of you that are a little worried, let me actually test this out. She should, yep, she can hold a hammer with 2 arms and hold it up and do a swinging pose. This is one of those things I know that may concern people, but here it is with no problem. So this is actually, this is probably one of my favorites so far. And now I feel like I need another one in case I want to do something else cool or take away the parts. Stuff like this is hella fun because making your own combination and doing cool things, taking the pics, stuff like this is what I live for. So look at this. You know what I mean? Who's gonna, like, I don't know, man. As a Conan fan and just an overall, like, the medieval vibe, this is dope. But anyway, I'm dragging this on and I'm just enjoying myself a little too much. So now we're going to jump into the part where we compare it with other stuff. So what I'm going to do is, actually, no, I should leave the cloak on. It looks cool. Let's leave the cloak on. I'm actually going to leave this head on because the helmeted head gives a little bit of extra height, which is nice, but it's not fair when you're going to do that size comparison. So let's get her nice and cool. I want to give her an axe because I feel like she would never leave home without her axe. She's a sexy lady, a warrior lady. Yeah. So, real quick though, let's do some size comparison. We're going to get her compared up to some other mythic legions and some other mythical characters and other lines. So, here she is next to a barbarian, which this is my favorite barbarian because this is my build of barbarian. Again, I've been having a lot of fun. Also using him as my D&D avatar. And here she is next to a barbarian and she looks absolutely fantastic. Fits right in with the gang. Here she is next to a goblin. And goblins are a little smaller. And even though he's technically behind her, you can see the height-wise where he stands. So voila. Then we're going to compare it to a Cavern Dwarf, the Legion builder. Now you can see here, he looks pretty nice, but he's also smaller. A Knight Legion builder. And this is on the female body for the Knight. Voila. They all look pretty good together. Again, if you're building your clan or your party, I think Mythic Legions are the way to go. It's really fun. Then we're going to do a normal Knight. Voila. So size-wise, Cassia is not too big, not too small, but she's a total one-woman wrecking crew, as you can see. And then this is my Kit Bash Scavenger Knight that I've made. And I like them a little bit shorter because, you know, he's a young knight, still in his teens. So, voila. And then next up, we're going to do Archimedes, which is the Ogre class. See how big he is. And as you can see, does not even really fit on the screen. But even if I put it right next to each other, you can see just how much smaller she is. Next up, we're going to compare it to some other stuff. And I really like the Predator mythos and with the Mythic Legion stuff. So here she is with Ahab. I could picture him being some sort of a mentor to her, teaching her the ways. It's a really nice look. Then we're going to do a Marvel Legends Hercules. Seems like he would fit in this. And a Marvel Legends Thor. And we can see that Cassia is still technically smaller than these bigger body guys. Let's see how she stacks up next to a normal Marvel Legends, which I'm going to use Spider-Man. And she's actually around the same height, if not a little bigger than him. Even with her head poking down and legs a little apart, she just might be a little bit bigger than him. Yep, bigger. Then we have a Hasbro Lightning Collection Power Rangers, where she stands bigger than these guys. So she's a big lady in with the other classes, but not so much within her class. Here we are with an Articulated Icons Ninja. Then we're going to do a 1000 toy synthetic human. What up? Then we're going to do an SH Fig Arts Kamen Rider Kuga. And then a Mezco Me featured on a Gomez Stealth Ops body. And I'm a little bit taller, just a little bit. Either way, as you can see, even in the video, I've been having a ton of fun with her. I'm going to sit down and take some new pictures because the ones I did before were just for fun. So hopefully these ones for the video will look fantastic. In the meantime, guys, I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you found it informative. And as always, be good, do good, drink your water. Later. I want to add this note on because I did it my way. But the way as seen in the product photos, you place it under the peg here, right? And then you can able to hold it to the side very nicely. So I'm going to use these in photos as well. So if people ask, that's how it is. I'm going to add this at the end of the video. Thanks again, guys. Later.